The journey of mind training. The mind is a stream that constantly flows, driven by human desires. It's restless, like a child, liking one thing one moment and another the next. It can be full of anxiety and sorrow, or extreme excitement. It pushes our actions not for real benefit, but merely for unconscious satisfaction. So, to control the mind from wandering, to make it stable and obedient, the journey of mind training should begin with the 4 right exertions, 4 things that must always be done in every moment of life. The 4 right exertions according to the Venerable Elder Thich Thong Lak. The Venerable Elder Thich Thong Lak always emphasized that the 4 right exertions, also known as the 4 right efforts, are 4 genuine endeavors, 4 correct efforts to control one's mind, prevent unwholesome states, and develop wholesome states. He considered this a guiding principle for practitioners to master their lives and escape the cycle of suffering. The 4 right exertions are not mere theories, but concrete practices that each person needs to diligently cultivate daily. The 4 right exertions include: 1. Preventing unwholesome states from arising, Sanvarapadana. This is the effort to prevent new unwholesome thoughts, words, or actions from arising in the mind. This requires a high degree of mindfulness, constantly observing one's inner self to promptly identify, extinguish the seeds of greed, hatred, and delusion as soon as they emerge. Practice self-observation of mental states. When an unwholesome thought, for example, greed, anger, jealousy, arises, recognize it and immediately transform it by directing the mind towards wholesomeness, compassion, or simply by not pursuing it. Avoid environments and situations that easily give rise to unwholesomeness. Limit exposure to things that can provoke greed, hatred, and delusion, for example, violent movies, negative conversations, tempting places. How to practice: use right intention. As soon as an unwholesome thought arises, intend, "This is unwholesome, I must not do it," then shift attention to observing 5 breaths. 2. Abandoning unwholesome states that have arisen, Panapadana. This is the effort to abandon and eliminate unwholesome states that have already arisen in one's mind. If an unwholesome state has already emerged, we must immediately and bravely confront and eradicate it. This requires strong determination to prevent them from spreading and taking deeper root. Practice counter with mindfulness. When you realize you are having an unwholesome thought, word, or action, for example, having said something angry, immediately stop, repent, and seek to remedy the consequences, if any. Contemplate impermanence and non-self. Reflect on the impermanent nature of all phenomena, including negative emotions, to see that they are not real, and not worth clinging to. Practice loving-kindness, metta, meditation. Direct loving-kindness towards the object of anger, or towards oneself, to transform anger into wholesome states. How to practice: use right intention. As soon as an unwholesome action arises, intend, "This is unwholesome, I must not do it again, and must eliminate it forever," then shift attention to observing 5 breaths. 3. Cultivating wholesome states that have not yet arisen, Bhavanapadana. This is the effort to generate wholesome states that are not yet present. We need to proactively sow and nurture wholesome seeds in our souls. This is not just about refraining from evil, but actively doing good. Practice, learn and practice the Dharma, read scriptures, listen to Dhamma talks, and participate in meditation sessions to better understand wholesome deeds and how to practice them. Create wholesome conditions, actively seek out and engage in activities that benefit oneself and others, for example, helping others, giving alms, observing precepts, meditating. Cultivate loving-kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. Practice metta meditation, cultivate gratitude, and live positively. How to practice: use right intention, intending, "This is a wholesome deed I should do with joy." 4. Maintaining and developing wholesome states that have arisen, anurakkanapadana. This is the effort to develop, strengthen, and maintain wholesome states that are already present. Creating wholesome states is difficult, but preserving and developing them is even more challenging. We need to make continuous efforts for the wholesome seeds we have sown to sprout and become firm. Practice, maintain regular practice, continuously meditate, contemplate, observe precepts, and practice the wholesome deeds learned. Review and reinforce the Dharma, regularly reread and reflect on the Buddha's teachings and the Venerable Elders' guidance to deepen understanding and practice. Share and spread wholesomeness. Once you have practiced well, share your experiences and spread positive energy to those around you. How to practice: use right intention. Whenever a wholesome deed arises, intend, "This is a wholesome deed I must strive to maintain and develop." Conclusion: according to the teachings of the Venerable Elder Thich Thong Lak, the 4 right exertions are a continuous and ceaseless journey of cultivation. It requires diligence, mindfulness, and strong willpower from each individual. By diligently practicing the 4 right exertions, we will gradually master our minds, prevent suffering, and develop wisdom, thereby achieving true peace and liberation in the present and future. Subscribe to the Mindful Plant Path and begin your journey towards a more peaceful, compassionate, and fulfilling life.